Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to bring you a video about the B word, basically a summarized version of mine. So basically I've watched the entire conference video, which is over here on YouTube. I'm going to link it down below. So if you guys are interested in it, you can basically have a watch. Basically it's a live stream around an hour. I'm trying to do my best to summarize everything that is notable on the event. And after that, before we get started, kindly hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on post notification and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course, let's get started. So you guys can just put it like a podcast to listen about this video about. So basically for the traditional payment system, basically on the B word itself, Elon Musk mentioned something like well, how do I put it? Like basically on our traditional system right now, the ACH and after the overseas transfers, remittance and stuff like this, it is a very very big issue right now in the traditional payment system. So right now, they are talking about basically like the traditional payment system, and after that, it is about ACH transfer, credit card, and of course overseas remittance being slow and unsecure. And after that, Elon Musk also mentioned that giving your credit card out to pay a goods on, let's say you are in a restaurant, or let's say you're in a shop, basically you're passing a credit card is as good as passing your username and password to somebody else, which I agree. Why is that so? Because you just think about it, your credit card itself is a string of numbers, and after that, with your basically the number itself, it is your username, and after that the password is your CVC or CVV. If not, it's the date of expiry or stuff like this. Therefore I would say that yes, the payment method itself right now we are seeing on our traditional system itself is very how I put it, very slow, and after that it is expensive, and after that it takes days for you to remit your transfers. So like if let's say you're on the weekend or whatsoever, you want to transfer funds overseas to somebody like your loved one or whatsoever, you need to wait for them to open on the Monday, and after that from there it's going to take like 3 days or 5 working days depending on where you're transferring your money to. And of course the fees itself, it is taking up a lot of percentage. Therefore your value of $100, if you're going to send it overseas, it is somehow being $90 when the person receive it. But on Bitcoin itself, it's trying to solve many problems, and right now we're going to talk about the next one, is the roll of money. So about the roll of money itself, this one is spoke by Cathie Wood. Basically, she mentioned about like a triangle or stuff like this. Basically, talking about first of all, how does the rolls of money works. Basically, if let's say if you want to have a currency, first of all is the store of value, which is the most important right now, and after that, secondly is the means of exchange, meaning basically the transaction being done on the currency itself, and after that, the third one is units of account. Basically it is basically the goods and of course the price paired with your fiat itself. So let's say basically they are trying to compare the roll of money, the traditional money, and after that they have talked about basically the Ethereum network, which is right now store of value. It has a very I would say not really on Ethereum, because Ethereum itself, the developers itself, they did not really put like a fixed supply for Ethereum, but we all know that Ethereum is somehow unknown. The max supply circulating or whatsoever, the max cap of the coin itself, it is somehow not fixed. And after that, I would say we're going to compare it like Bitcoin. So basically on Bitcoin itself, there is a fixed supply 21 million units, and of course we know that yeah, basically I would say 10% of it is lost. And after that, of course the second thing, the means of exchange, basically the transaction being done on Bitcoin, Ethereum or whatsoever cryptocurrency right now. And after that, for the third one, the unit of account, basically it is right now, as Cathie Wood has already mentioned, it is seeded towards the stable coin. And after that, basically over here, the next part we are going to talk about is Bitcoin as a native currency of the internet. So over here for this part itself, it is mentioned about this segment itself is mentioned by Jack Dorsey, basically the founder of Twitter. And after that, I would say that why did they talk about Bitcoin as a native currency of the internet? So basically for this part itself, Jack Dorsey said that if the internet get a chance to basically have its own native currency, it will be Bitcoin, because of the creation story, and after that it's resilient, and of course number of tests has been done on the network itself, and of course lastly, which is the community driving it. And after that, it reminds him of the early days of internet. So to be honest, the internet was founded, I do not know when, but of course I do not know the exact date, but I know it's the early 1990 something. And after that, basically during the period itself, I was not born, and of course I was born during near of 1998. And after that, I would say that yeah, when during my days itself, I do not really like saw the part of internet being like this wild thing, but basically I'm born into internet. And after that, I would say that once I'm born, and after that from there, I know about like computers, and after that from the internet. So for the start of internet itself, I do not have a relation towards, like, I can't really relate myself looking at how does the internet help and stuff like this. But of course we know that previously, like, people's stories and stuff like this on how to put it, basically on internet itself, during the days itself, people feel that it is like a trash, a garbage, and after that, not really many people are skeptical towards it because of the dot-com bubble and stuff like this. And after that, from there, basically those who have worked their products on the internet itself, they managed to basically get their, like PayPal, basically they made something out of it, and after that from there they became rich and stuff like this. So yeah, one of the thing about this is because of the community on the internet. So right now on Bitcoin itself, in the early days, there is a community towards it, and after that, as of for all the development wise, today we see like for Bitcoin itself, we see a layer 2 solution like the Lightning Network and stuff like this. So right now, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the Tesla and Bitcoin. So over here, the first thing that I want to mention about is on the conference itself, Elon Musk mentioned about Tesla and Bitcoin. Basically, the reason that why did Tesla discontinue accepting Bitcoin as a payment method? One of it, the reason is very simple, because it is they flag themselves as a renewable energy like company which is trying to save like global warming and stuff like this. And of course, if let's say if they are receiving funds from this Bitcoin itself, because Bitcoin, they done some research, they say that Bitcoin is filled with like dirty energy like coals. You can just keep adding fossil fuel, and after from there get energy from the fossil fuel and stuff like this. Therefore Tesla stopped accepting Bitcoin as a payment method. And of course right now, the next part is, will they accept Bitcoin as their payment method? So on the conference itself, Elon Musk was quite certain that basically Tesla will be accepting Bitcoin in the near future. Why is that so? Because right now Elon Musk said that he needs to have some research, to do some due diligence from there, and after that from there he can determine if, let's say, Bitcoin is clean enough for Tesla to accept Bitcoin as a currency, as a payment method. But of course, to be honest, if you want to talk about it, I would say that right now, if let's say you are using fiat money itself, it is using more fossil fuel and of course impacting our daily lives, to be honest, because the banks itself, they use more energy, and of course I would say more dirty energy than Bitcoin itself. And of course, why did basically we know that fiat itself is our main currency, that the currency that we pray to, and after that from there we put our faith and hope towards. And after that, I would say that it is the government that controls the currency itself. And after that, basically my take to it is, if you want to use Bitcoin itself as a payment method, I would say that it is okay to accept Bitcoin as a payment method. But to be honest, if let's say you are saying, because what you said itself is kind of contradicting, because like on Tesla itself, they would like to focus on clean energy, and after that from there it will be contradicting if they are taking payment method that are producing like dirty energy. But to be honest, if you look at another story, look at the money, the fiat, the US dollar itself, then they themselves, the bank itself, they are using more fossil fuel, and after that from there more dirty energy. Therefore I would say that it's a bit contradicting on the topic itself. And of course, I would say Tesla is a big company. It is not owned by only Elon Musk. The stock is publicly traded, and of course stockholders, shareholders and stuff like this, they will have a say on whatever it is, like a stock board meeting or whatsoever. So I have nothing much to comment about. So for the next one we're going to talk about is the nuclear energy to mine Bitcoin. So about this nuclear energy to mine Bitcoin itself is very how does this topic came about? It's basically Cathie Wood, she asked Elon about Cathie Wood and of course Jack Dorsey came up with an idea to like basically mine Bitcoin with renewable energy. And after that, from there she asked about Elon Musk's take on this proposal or this idea. And after that, basically they came up with the idea to mine Bitcoin with sunshine, basically the solar energy, wind, and of course renewable energy to mine Bitcoin. And after that, Elon said that if you want to have a strong hash rate for your Bitcoin mining to have a stabilized and of course advantage on it itself, you will first need to have like solar, your wind, and of course a battery is good enough. And of course from there we understand that if you want to have a battery to basically store the energy for night, because if let's say during the night itself there's no sunlight, therefore you will need to have a big battery to store the energy for you to basically go throughout the whole night for your Bitcoin mining farm. And of course to to be honest, right now the battery industry is not really that good. I would say that it is quite the demand and supply. The demand for battery itself is very high because of electric vehicles, and of course the supply itself, manufacturers are trying to develop new technology and even more efficient batteries towards the EV vehicle side. And after that, to be honest, if you want to look at like renewable energy to mine Bitcoin for a long-term solution, it will, for battery itself, if let's say you want to talk about battery to store whatever they said on the conference, which you can have a take, which is around, I would say, around 30 minutes of the video itself, you can hear about this conference. And after that, I'm just trying to summarize it under maybe 15 minutes or so. So basically, Elon Musk, he mentioned about basically modernizing the nuclear energy, and after that it can be extremely safe to use to mine crypto as well. And after that, I would say that many people would dislike the idea, and after that my take towards it is basically clean energy itself has been already implemented to mine cryptocurrency and stuff like this. And of course, basically if we as Elon has mentioned, to basically put a battery to work with the solar and the wind energy itself to go through the night or stuff like this. I would say the EV itself, they are already having some issue for the supply of battery, and after the demand keep coming in, and of course many people want to go green and stuff like this, but of course the battery technology itself is not really, it has many breakthrough, and after that I would say that it is not good enough for us human, because we are always evolving and technology keep evolving. And after that, for the nuclear energy part itself, there is, I would say that if let's say Elon Musk want to build a nuclear energy itself, it will be very hard, because where does he want to build it? And after that, like the part of the town itself, do they want the nuclear plant to be located there and stuff like this? And of course, during the past itself, there's many incident about the nuclear energy. That's why the people view towards it is unsafe. Therefore, I would say that right now the next topic is about the price action of, the target price of Bitcoin. So for the B word itself, I would say that for the price itself during the conference, I believe that people are watching the conference, and after that, basically, during this 20th of July, from the speculation I've done, basically previously on the date itself, there was people like fearing about this conference. Basically it will be bearish or something like that. Therefore, I feel that those people, they have dumped the coin itself. You can see it already like quite a lot. Did by basically during this time itself, people thought that we are going to a bull market, a bear market, and after that, basically Bitcoin just going down all the way towards basically over the range of 25k or even 20,000. Some even say 11,000. So to be honest, for my own take itself, I did not even care about the news, because I'm a long-term hodler for Bitcoin. And after that, I would say that right now, we can see on the 21st of June itself, 21st of July 2021, the price of Bitcoin peaked by a bit at around 4 a.m. UTC. And after that, basically I believe that this over here is because of the conference that has been done. And after that, basically this over here is a bear trap, and basically those who have shorted here lost some money. And of course, we can see as of today, at the 26th of June, at the 26th of July, basically the price of Bitcoin itself has pumped quite a lot until the 39,000 range, which is one of the support resistance zone. And after that, right now we are basically Bitcoin is stabilizing at this 38,000 zone. So I would say that not too bad. And I would say, if let's say Bitcoin is going to dip again, it will dip around at 36, if let's say it is the worst case scenario. And of course, I believe that Bitcoin is going up, not all the way, but of course definitely going up. And of course, if you want to look at the stock to flow model itself, this stock to flow value, if you want to know more about it, you can basically research about it. Basically it's telling you the Bitcoin. So I'm just going to tell you. So over here, this is day 0, this is day 1,400 days left for the next halving of Bitcoin. Therefore, you can see that there is like red, and after that slowly towards blue. So during the blue zone itself, it is the date of Bitcoin halving, and after that we can see that the price of Bitcoin definitely slowly went up after the blue. So right now we are still in the mid of the halving itself. We are still waiting for the next halving to come, and after that basically there is 463 days left for the halving. Therefore, we can see that right now we are seeing a pattern over here, and after that over here, this is the blue line itself. We can see that this is the stock slash flow. Basically it's telling us the price of Bitcoin. So you can see over here it's pegged to around $100,000, and after that I would say that we are coming to the end of year. So over here, if let's say the stock to flow model work out itself on December itself, we can see 100k Bitcoin, and after that I would say that it is entirely possible. Why is that so? Because just look at the chart itself. Within the day itself, we pump so much. I would say look at the candle. This is around, I would say we have pumped around like 10 or even 12%. I'm not gonna do the chart stuff. And after that, basically I would say that within the day itself, within a few hours, Bitcoin can just pump suddenly. And after that, I would say that Bitcoin can also dip suddenly, no doubt. And after that, I would say for the price target itself for Bitcoin for end of the year, I would gladly say 100k is possible. And after that, I would say that 80,000 is entirely possible as well. And after that, yeah, basically I do not have a magic crystal ball or something like that to tell me where the price is going, but of course I will say from my experience in the cryptocurrency field, I have joined the cryptocurrency field. The lowest point when Bitcoin was $3,000. I seen it, and when the price of entry, when I entered Bitcoin itself, it was around $4,000 around 4 years ago, and I can confidently say that every Bitcoin that I've generated through my YouTube channel, through my affiliate, and of course, purchase of Bitcoin itself, I'm still hodling quite a big sack of it, and I would say that I'm not going to sell. Even though if let's say Bitcoin reaches 1 million itself, I will still own one Bitcoin, definitely for sure. And after that, I would say that I'm very bullish towards Bitcoin because of the technology. And after that, I would say, if you want to understand more about cryptocurrency, first of all, you have to understand how money works. So the first thing that I will advise you to do is to basically study what is the traditional money about, and after that you study about what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin, and from there you can see a big difference. And of course you can see that Bitcoin itself is solving a lot of problem that our traditional finance are having right now. And after that, I would say that, yeah, basically, if let's say you want to buy some cryptocurrency, you can buy it on Binance. So basically, I come to the end of the video. So kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course, this is my first time doing a news bring update for you guys to make it short or whatsoever you call it. Basically, I'm not very good at it, and of course I'm trying to improve myself. So if you like to see more of this content, kindly hit the thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.